Like we're good. Hello. Good evening and welcome to part 19 and likely finale of Octopath Traveler. Yesterday, we finished Tressa's story. That is all of our chapter 4s completed. And upon recommendation from a friend, we have looked up the path to the final boss, so to speak, the scripted final boss of the game that we're supposed to find, but had zero direction in getting to, even though the majority of the game is very hand-holdy in terms of like, hey, follow the green dot, follow the orange dot. We watched all this yesterday evening, last time we did this, so we'll be skipping through a bit of this, at least that bit of dialogue. So, first thing I noticed last night. A, we can switch around party members here, but we cannot save. Not great. B, it looks like we have a minimum of 8, possibly more encounters. No, it looks like 8 encounters to deal with these purple flames before we're allowed to fight the final boss. Which will likely be reloading on items. That said, since there is no save, when we get to the final boss, we'll probably be swapping a lot of skills around. I want to make sure people are tanky and healthy. Everybody use items to top everybody's HP and SP off. We can probably just use like healing from Ophelia and then use items for SP, but we'll be swapping around skills for things that give more HP, so like instead of having... Maybe instead of Encore, we get the Hale and Hardy or something like that, but...
You ready for this?
Loud as fuck. We're just gonna get to it.
Peacock strut.
An interesting dilemma. Lux Conjurer!
Have at you!
I'll not be defeated. I will reflect your barbs.
Now then. Anger not the tiger.
An interesting dilemma.
Elemental break. What? I see through your defenses.
My turn now.
We go before Cyrus here, so we can actually do some other stuff here.
Shooting comets, lead us on our way.
Peacock strut.
Well then. Here I go! Helfric, bringer of the flame.
If we had gone after Cyrus and this initiative on her, we could have just used defend.
Now the true Lux Conjurer!
To put her in front.
Lux Conjurer!
Have at you! I've played. Windhild fights with us!
My turn now. Bring about a miracle of healing.
I see through your defenses.
What is the logical course of action? Lux Conjurer! Lux Conjurer!
Now then,
Your head will put him before initiative next turn, which is perfect.
I shall pierce you through! Victory shall be mine! Come, if you dare! Victory shall be mine! Ha!
I'll not be defeated. Have this.
What is the logical course of action? Now the true Lux Conjurer! Lux Conjurer!
Alright, one down.
Should have studied harder.
Let me get this bit of dialogue here. This is what I read last time, but we'll do it again. From the Diary of Graham Crossford, part the 3rd. How could I have been so wrong? All I thought of was bringing my beloved back to the world of the living. When the Black Talk told me, LeBlack told me such a thing could be done, I was all too willing to swallow her pretty words. The moment I arrived before the gate, I felt a finger of ice run along my spine. Even if my mind had been too slow to recognize it, my very body was repelled by that gate, or more precisely, by what lay beyond it. Next.
I don't think this one will listen to reason.
Now, stand.
What is the logical course of action?
I'm gonna guess all of these are weak to light.
Lux Conjurer!
Oh. Okay.
I'll not be defeated. Bring about a miracle of healing.
Victory shall be mine! Out of my way! Have at you! Death by 1,000 cuts!
Yep.
An interesting dilemma.
Let's try and find a
Night
weakness.
risk command!
It's not lightning. So we'll try fire next.
Well then,
We'll check here as well. We'll do this. That'll get us light. Well, it'll get us wind and fire.
here's our foes.
Wind.
I see through your defenses.
I should have defended
Victory
with the
shall be mine! High-blade Windhild fights with us!
We can at least get a dance for Cyrus.
Peacock strut.
Now the true Venta Sultan!
Well then,
And we'll apply Auspices.
here I go.
No, we'll apply Auspices before Cyrus's next turn. I think for this one, I'm going to put Celestial Intervention. No, Star Song. Yeah, Star Song on
Wandering
Therion,
planets, show us a path.
so he doesn't get fucking dunked on next turn.
Here.
Now then!
Alright. Okay, so we're down to Dagger. We'll just basic swing here.
I'll do my best. Prepare yourself, Elfric, bringer of the flame.
Out of my way. I'm ready. Weak.
Now, what next? Venta Solta! Venta Solta! An interesting dilemma. Venta Solta! Venta Solta!
Hey, Grook. Yep. Ulbricht's been doing good work with this, with shield breaking, but we're definitely inciting.
Come if you dare!
Keep it up.
I'll do my best. Bring about a miracle of healing.
The battle is truly joined. Death by 1,000 cuts!
Okay.
What is the logical course of action?
I'm gonna hunt for the last weakness.
Ignis Arden!
It's not fire.
Ignis Arden!
So I guess it's probably
I'll do my
ice.
Let your wounds be healed.
What?
Hmm. I think we want to apply some boost points to Cyrus here.
Have at you. Come if you dare! Have at you.
I'll do my best. Prepare yourself, Elfric, bringer of the flame.
This should be game right here.
What is the logical course of action? Mine! Venta Solta! Venta Solta!
Goes. Okay.
You should have studied harder.
Boss rush is going well so far. Alright, from the records of House Ravis. From the time of my first memories, I recall my father lecturing me on the origins of our house, on what it meant to be the head of House Ravis, and what it was I must give my... and on what it was I must give my life to protect. Strange sentence structure. My father had heard the same from his father, and his father before his father before him. The House of Ravis is blessed with many treasures, and many who covet them. The one born of the House of Ravis, to one born into the House of Ravis, such things are natural and given as the blue sky above us. We're blessed with great treasures, and it is our duty to protect those treasures from those who would use them for ill. And among all the treasures, there were none greater than the Dragonstones. Jesus Christ, this is a fucking reader, alright. The Dragonstones were bestowed upon the first Lord Ravis by the legendary King Beowulf the First of Hornburg, and they've been passed down in our family ever since. The stones are said to have come from a land far to the east, and they're worth far more than their weight in gold, but that is not where the true value lies. A power sleeps within them, and it makes them valuable beyond mortal comprehension. For the name Dragonstone is no simple fancy. The stones house the power of the great worms whose name they bear. It is said the great sorcerer Odin Crossford used the power of the Dragonstones to seal shut the gate of Finis. Crossford had campaigned together with King Beowulf and aided him in the founding of Hornburg. My father, when he was still with us, once told me this: power in itself is neither good nor evil. It is the man who wields the blade who decides whether he fights for good or evil. That is why King Beowulf entrusted the stones to the man he trusted above all others, the loyal knight who would become the first lord of House Ravis. Great power can bring about boundless good or unfathomable evil. It is the duty of our house to keep the Dragonstones safe and protect them from those who would wield them for dark ends. Yet given enough time, great power will always awaken a hunger in others who would claim it for themselves. Once the Dragonstones came to House Ravis, there was no end to those who lusted after them, not to mention our many other riches. Even kith and kin cannot be trusted to stand against such temptation. Once a rumor reached my ears that suspicious parties were inquiring into the whereabouts of the stones at the behest of my own relatives, it made those who sabotaged the carriage my wife and I were riding in. It may be that those who sabotaged the carriage my wife and I were riding in did so at the bidding of my own blood. Oh, my poor Cordelia, what has become of you? You're too gentle to ever doubt another. I fear that many will draw near to you, cloaked in the guise of goodness, seek to deceive you. Cordelia, I can protect you no longer. No matter how I try to call out, my voice cannot reach you on the other side. Yet this I hope you know. Though a time may come when you are betrayed by one you trust, I believe your heart will not falter. You will not lose your faith in people, and this is for the best. For there are those truly worthy of your unwavering trust, and you will find them and keep them close to your side. I held on to such faith, and I was rewarded with a loyal companion worth 1,000 other men, Heathcote. Heathcote has been true to me in all things. Surely such a friend will also appear to you, one worthy of your faith. And so I beg you, Cordelia, never stop believing in others, for it is this faith that will save you in the end. Man, that was a fucking reader. Okay, cool. Do I need to heal? No, everybody's at full health. It's just SP that's struggling right now. And Cyrus and Therion just leveled up, so even SP is not struggling. Alright, who's next?
I will not fail.
Oh, it's the first incarnation of the guy we just fought?
Well then,
Well, let's go ahead and
my lucky
get
star.
3 magic checks here.
Here's our
Alright,
foes.
wind and dark. Good.
What is the logical course of action?
I like the dark spell.
Teneba Operia!
Out of my way.
Let's go ahead and do that.
Peacock strut.
Have at you. Out of my way! Now then. Come if you dare.
Patience is just a free insight, which is great.
Now then.
Okay.
Ha!
I see through the defenses.
Now, what next? Elemental Brick!
I'll not be defeated. No, you will not. My turn now. Prepare yourself.
We're
Elfric,
manipulating the
bring out
initiative
the
order.
flame.
Let's fucking go.
Peacock strut.
Now, what next? Now the true Teneba Operia!
Hell yeah.
Teneba Operia!
Now then. My blade is unbending! Windhild fights with us!
Oh, we have an easy stance break then. With,
How about you?
the fucking lion dog ability.
Come if you dare!
Mulder.
Here.
What is the logical course of action? The Night Risk Canare!
Shit, it's not lightning. Okay.
The Night Risk Canare!
Let's do this! You're too kind.
It is dagger.
I'll do my best.
I think I need to try and find the break. So I think we're just gonna shooting stars and see if it's one of these magic types.
Pierce our foes.
Okay, light will work. Because Cyrus will go
The
first
battle
next
is
turn.
truly joined. I shall pierce you through.
Good. Okay. Yeah, we break no problem next turn.
The battle is truly joined.
Alrighty.
Death by 1,000 cuts.
He's already at the top of the initiative order, so we don't need to worry about that.
An interesting
Okay.
dilemma.
Hit it. Okay. I think I should just go ahead and boost this, because we're losing Elfric's Auspices at the end of this turn anyway.
Lux
Yeah.
Conjurer. Lux Conjurer.
Okay. I think Shackle... I should have done this next turn, technically.
Well then. Bring about a miracle of healing.
Okay.
Have at you. I shall pierce you through.
Now, what next? Lux Conjurer.
Alright, not
Thus
bad.
ends your lesson.
Level up on Ulbrich and Ophelia. Yeah, this is not much of a reader. From the Diary of Graham Crossford, Part the Second. All hope was lost. My beloved was gone forever. I had finally finished the elixir, but it was too late. Mere days too late. My one true love had drawn her last breath just as I was racing back to her side, medicine in hand, and heart filled with renewed hope. For 3 days and 3 nights I lost myself in tears, a river of tears too deep and raging for me to ford my way across it. It was after the funeral that the woman found me, LeBlanc. She called herself. In the depths of my anguish, my life bereft of all meaning, she asked me a simple question, terrible in its implications. Wouldn't you like to see your beloved once more? That insidious offer, a mere whisper in the wind, took hold of me. Try as I might, I could not close my ears to it. If it would mean seeing my love even once more, then I would give my very life without regret. LeBlanc spoke of the Gate of Finis, which separates this world from the next. If I could find it and cast it open, I could bring my beloved back to my side. I had heard the legends before, of course, but for the first time I found myself desperate to believe them. Begging the help of one of Kit's companions, I set to the southeast. It was a fool's journey, but what else remained to me but a fool's hope? On my way, I passed through the village of Clearbrook. There I came across a young boy stricken with illness and lingering just outside death's door. Convulsion racked his small frames, and his skin was mottled with purplish pox. I recognized the symptoms at once. How could I not? It was the same foul malady that had stolen my beloved from me. So this is the same guy that's part of Alf's quest. The guy who healed him. I felt the touch of fate in this meeting. Though I had not been in time to save my true love, I still carried the elixir that I had labored so long to create, a remedy that could do nothing for her now. There was no doubt in my mind what I must do, so I treated the boy with my medicine. When I looked at the boy's face, finally at peace, in a calm repose, I saw my beloved again. In her gentle eyes, I even found forgiveness. Hope I can do that too someday. Such were the boy's words to me when he was strong enough to speak again. He told me he wished to follow in my footsteps and become a great apothecary. His words were a reward I never expected. In that moment, I felt as though my journey was perhaps not a fool's one after all. I left what remained of the elixir and the rest of my medicines behind with the boy, and I set out once more. turning my feet again to the gate of Finis. Little did I know that I was making the greatest mistake of my life. Ruh-roh, Raggy. We're definitely going to need to SP share with Therion at some point.
I will not fail.
Oh, it's theater guy, Simeon. Yeah. Light and dark are the only ones after wind. This is likely to be fire, based on its location. I don't remember Simeon's defenses, though.
Ignis Arden.
Not fire. Okay.
My turn.
Yeah, right. I mean, who would ever think that opening the gates of hell was a bad idea? Not me.
Weak.
I'll not be defeated. Malefic stars, pierce our foes.
Okay, so it is dark as well. Silence Ulbrich. Or an asshole. Okay. So it can't be sword or dagger, just spears before that.
Interesting dilemma.
So it could also be staff bonk. Like, there's so many things. Oh, this is probably a physical attack. It's not staff bonk. Between staff bonk and lance, I believe, is axe and bow.
Peacock strut.
Well then.
It's not bow, so it's gotta be axe, yeah? No. Get nullified, idiot.
What?
Is it dagger? Am I just wrong about the positioning here? Damn, okay. Huh.
Elemental break.
I'll not be defeated. No, you will not.
Out of my way!
Well then. Here I go! Elfric, bringer of
The little
flame.
scout.
Now, what next? Now the true Teneba Operir. Teneba Operir.
So unfortunately, I can't give a BP and unsilence Ulbrich in the same turn with Therion, so I'm just gonna hit him with a little shackle here. And we'll just let Ulbrich suffer for a minute.
Out of my way!
I only have one silence cure, and I think I have to put it on Ophelia to keep everybody alive.
This should help.
Okay.
What's this now? There.
is unbending!
What's this now?
I'll not be defeated. Bring about a miracle of healing.
What's this now?
Silence is fucking awful,
I
man.
think not.
My turn now. No, you will not!
Witchery!
Fucking kidding me, dude.
There!
Okay.
What's this now?
Okay.
My blade is un...
Seven turns of silence on Ophelia. I don't have a way of removing it.
Prepare yourself!
What's this now?
Have this!
What's this now? How about this?
Those pockets I picked are sure coming in handy.
Over here!
Out of my way!
Here.
What's this now? I think not. Now, what next? Now the true lesson begins! Teneba Oparir!
Out of my way. I see through your defenses.
Huh? There!
The battle is truly joined. My blade is unbending! Windhild fights with us! Now then,
Ooh. Sad time.
Loose the arrows.
What's this? What's this now?
I'm ready. Are you?
Try this!
No, you will not.
Oh, nice. Okay. I didn't know how much HP he had. Oh, that was fucking annoying. From the diary of Lord Joffrey Azelhart. I kept my faith. I stayed true to my convictions until the end. Several years before my death, a shadow fell upon my dear noble court. A shadow known as the Obsidians. They brought with them sweet words and false promises, but I would not lend them my ear. Once they came to understand that I would not be swayed to their way of thinking, they came after my life time and again. I would not allow myself to be daunted. I dug deeper to the truth to uncover their intentions, their ties, and their mastermind beyond their villainy. My search eventually led me to learn of the Gate of Finis. In the end, I was murdered by the men who caught wind of my discoveries, yet I do not regret my actions. I lived true to the words of my house and did all I could for the sake of my people. My sole regret is that I left Primrose alone to pick up the pieces of this broken life I left behind. My precious daughter should not have to bear such a burden on her shoulders. Primrose, you stood before my grave and told me, did you not, that you had lived true to what I had taught you? You are strong, my daughter. You found your own cause and purpose, and the purpose you found was the continuation of my very own. You carried on in my footsteps and finished what I started. My dear Primrose, when I think of how much you must have suffered all alone, all I can do is beg you to forgive me. Now the time has come for you to lay down your burden and rest. It's time you forget about me and find happiness. A happiness of your own this time, for I will always be with you. Signed, Joffrey Azelhart. Yeah, oops, all status spam's correct, but I mean, it was really just oops continuously silenced. Like, there wasn't really, like, I didn't get poisoned, I didn't get any other status effect. It was just, here, have infinite silence on your entire team. So, alright, I guess I'll just swing my sword. I suppose.
I will not fail.
Alright. Candlestick man, huh?
An interesting dilemma. So much to learn.
Light. 150,000 health. Hell yeah.
I'll do my best. Malefic stars, pierce our foes.
Okay, so when to dark or not? We knew dark.
Now then. I think not. Now then. Come, if you dare. The battle is truly joined. The dog fights hard.
Now, what next? Elemental break.
Peacock strut.
I'll do my best. Benefic stars, bless us.
Out of my way. I see through your defenses.
I'll not be defeated. Here I go! Elfric, bringer of the flame.
Now, what next? Now the true lesson begins. Lux Conjurer. Lux Conjurer.
Have at you. I played it. Windhild fights with us. Victory shall be mine. Come if you dare.
An interesting dilemma. Elemental Break. Elemental Break.
Have at you. Loose the arrows.
My turn. Here.
I'll do my best. Have this.
I need to be a large one, I think.
Have at you.
Whenever.
My blade is unbending.
Do I hold this till next turn? Cyrus is going to break the shield. No, let's go ahead and get the shield down for Cyrus. Or, you know, I'll miss my sword attack again.
Out of my way.
Try this. My folk Lux Conjurer.
Okay. It was much squishier
Not
than the
bad.
rest.
A passing grade.
Right, so, oh my god, another fucking reader. Okay. It's fine. It's fine. I got this. I DM D&D campaigns. I talk all night. I can do this too. From the Diary of Matthias, Prophet of the Accursed Flame. Once, I too believed in the teachings of the Sacred Flame. I led people in its light as a servant of the Church. No one could have doubted that I was anything but a pious believer in those days. And when I look back upon it now, it all seems so painfully foolish. When was it I first began to doubt the flame? Perhaps it was after I met LeBlanc? But no. That was but the catalyst to what was already growing within me. Even before LeBlanc appeared, those feelings had taken root in my heart. The small village whose church I had been appointed to was destroyed in a conflagration, started by a capricious strike of lightning. The flames spread before we even knew what happened. Before we knew it, we were engulfed in hell's fire. Countless were lost to the flames, even the innocent young children who I'd loved so dearly. They had committed no sins. They did not deserve to have their flesh seared and their bones turned to ash. So I prayed to the flame. I prayed and prayed that their lives would be spared. Fool that I was, even after they were already dead and gone. I believed that if I prayed hard enough, they might return to us, that a miracle might occur. So I offered up every scrap of faith that I had, until at long last I realized the truth. Believing in the sacred flame and praying to it would not bring about a miracle, and if my faith could not bring me and those that I love succor in our times of greatest need, then it was worthless. It did not matter to me that the power I needed was forbidden. I would use that power for the force of good and bring about miracles. That was the true faith to which my eyes were finally opened. It was not something I had been tricked into by another. I had reached enlightenment. It was only fitting that such a revelation came to me, the one true savior. While LeBlanc may have been responsible for my enlightenment, I am still grateful to her. May not have been responsible. I am still grateful to her. After all, she is the one who granted me the blessing of 100 years free from aging. The dark secrets written in that tome can allow a man to cheat death, and I owe her a debt for sharing them with me. I gained eternal life, or close enough, as a true savior should. Then I took it upon myself as my duty to save as many people as I could with the power granted to me. So I set out to kindle a darker flame in our realm. If the sacred flame could be weakened, yet more of Galdera's accursed power could seep through the Gate of Finis. And I would be able to claim even greater strength for myself. Hid myself away from those in the church who wished to stop me. But the long march of time was my ally. It wore away the lives and the memories of any and all who once knew me, until it was as if my face had been washed away like words written sand. None who still live would remember me as an apostate to the church. With enough leaves, all things are possible. Even obtaining a new name is little challenge. So I worked my way back into the church's graces as the traitor Matthias. Even when the venerable Archbishop Joseph did not suspect me for a moment. Every step of the way, fate has shown me that I am in the right. I was able to uncover Galdera's altar because I am right. I was able to use a fragment of Galdera's power to bring about a miracle because I am right. I can become the savior of Whispermill and command its people to do my wishes because I am right. With Simeon as an ally, I never wanted for money nor power. The Obsidians served me well, whether they knew it or not. Simeon claimed never to have spoken of me to the others. I know not if he meant to use me as a secret weapon against the others, if the need ever arose, or if it was simply that he did not trust me. But it hardly mattered. After laboring for so many decades, the time had come at last. I succeeded in debilitating Archbishop Joseph with the poison the Obsidians had provided me. It was a beautiful poison. No one would ever expect it was anything but a natural death. All that remained for me was to cast a dark shadow on the heart of Liana, the next flame bearer, and the sacred flame would soon turn black. This is what was meant to be. This was what was about to be. But no! Damn it all to the farthest reaches of hell. The culmination of all I had worked for was mere inches away. So close I could feel the kiss of the accursed flame. And instead it was snatched away. That fire snuffed out to leave me in utter darkness and despair. I am the savior. I was meant to bring Galdera's flame to the world. Why should I be left in this black hell? It is dark here, the blackness, it is all-consuming. Darker than 1,000 starless nights. Please, someone, anyone, bring me some light. Okay, we definitely need to SP share on Osiris this time. Alrighty.
I don't think this one will listen.
Oh, it's
to
the big
reason.
boy.
Now, what next?
Well, I mean, this is a solid start here.
Tenaba Operia.
Now then,
How about one of these?
anger not the tiger.
Nice. I think blunt is what axes are supposed to do, which makes sense for this enemy type.
Keep it up.
My turn now. Malefic star! Pierce our foes!
I figured it would be light.
Now, what next?
Need to figure out a way to break this guy this turn without attacking with Cyrus.
Elemental Brick.
So hopefully this guy's weakness is dagger. Well, no, I need to be dancing and debuffing, so...
Peacock strut.
I guess we can do it with Avilia. Well, no, I have to defend with Avilia. So we're gonna have to do it with all brick, which is fine. We have a staff. We have a staff bomb. So...
A blunt blow falls hard.
Go. And then
I
with
will not
Ophelia,
be
we have to
defeated.
defend, so you'll
No,
Cyrus.
you will not! Well then. Here I go! Elfric, bringer of the flame!
Virion needs to armor
I see through your
corrosive.
defenses.
Have at you. My blade is Windhild fights with us.
My focus is unparalleled. Lux Conjurer. Lux Conjurer. Elemental Grip. Elemental Grip.
Have at you.
Peacock strut.
I'll not be defeated. Bring about a miracle of healing.
Try this. What is the logical course of action? Lux Conjurer.
One boost point, by the way.
Lux Conjurer.
Have at you.
Well then. Have this.
Out of my way. Here.
Victory shall be mine. Windhild fights with us. With each battle, I grow stronger.
From the diary of Headmaster Yvonne of the Royal Academy. It was 15 years ago when I first learned of that tome. Headmaster's chair was but a dream to me in those days when my prize student Lucia brought a young woman to me. The woman told me that I was the best suited to the position of headmaster, and there was no knowledge, no position that should be off limits to a man of my ability. So she taught me many things, one being the existence of several ancient tomes containing the long-forgotten secrets of old. There are several volumes of forbidden writings in Atlestam's great libraries, and no eyes but the headmasters are allowed to look upon them. The tome in question is one of these. It is the last extant tract of the legendary sage known as Salamon, whose name lives on in history through the land of his birth, the kingdom of Bernstein. Has long since been forgotten. Long has it been since that. Long has it. Jesus Christ, my brain. Long has it been said that he who can decipher its true meaning will obtain power over even life and death. The current headmaster is not worthy of such knowledge. What he lacks in intellect only pales to what he lacks in character. I cannot depend on him. I would depend on you. She wished to decipher the secrets of the tome and share its knowledge with the worthy one. Thus a great scholar was needed, one who would be able to fully understand the arcane truths within the tome. The doddering fool who now serves as headmaster could never do such a thing. But a genius such as you, Yvonne? Surely you, of all scholars in the realm, are up to the task? Yes, that is how she persuaded me. It is true that I bore little resemblance to the former headmaster, who was interested in nothing but his studies, and whose only praiseworthy trait was his tenacity in that single-minded pursuit. But I was different. I knew that knowledge was worth its weight in gold, and more critically, my intellect far outstripped his. How could the idiots around me fail to realize this? This woman told me that the then headmaster, holding a lofty office he had done so little to deserve, was tantamount to sin, and I agreed. When she asked me if I could remove him, I assured her that it would be the simplest of tasks. And so I had him assassinated just as she wished, leaving not a trace of evidence behind to incriminate myself. Shortly after, I ascended to the headmaster's seat in this place. I encountered the strange woman only once more after that day. When I reported to her that I murdered the former headmaster, she flashed a chilling smile and simply replied, "So you did." When she walked away, never again to appear before me. Then she walked away. Perhaps removing that man was all she wanted of me after all, I thought. It was no matter. The tome was in my grasp, and I immediately set myself to uncovering its secrets. All the rumors I had heard were true. It was a work of staggering genius. With Lucia as my assistant, I was able to obtain other rare and ancient texts from that woman, even if I never saw her again. Yes, everything was going just as I had planned, and power beyond the imagination was finally within my reach. How did it all come to this? Damn that accursed Lucina. Damn that heartless, conniving witch. How did I not see? She meant to use me from the very start. I was the one who unlocked the secrets. I who constructed the basic theories of how to effectively control life and death. And as soon as I had done that, she had no more need for me. That was why she gave me a flawed blood crystal and led Cyrus right to me, so she could dispose of me without dirtying her own hands. You despicable, loathsome, hateful woman. Death has not cooled my fury, but only fueled it to greater heights. Curse you and that unholy witch you brought to my side. May the deceitful Lucia burn for all eternity, and may the foul witch LeBlanc be banished beyond the farthest reaches of hell. Strong feelings there. It's okay. It's okay to have a lot of strong emotions.
I cannot fail.
Woo.
The battle is truly joined.
This is dagger, huh? I'm going to incite, actually.
Come if you dare.
Honestly.
What is the logical course of action?
Let's go with Light's never a bad call. Beautiful.
What's this?
Okay, that's just defense. That looks like physical damage and physical debuff, which is fine.
No, you don't.
Well then, let your wounds
That's
be healed.
not the ability I wanted. Alright, well I can still steal SP or HP and
My
get
turn.
the break here.
I appreciate it. Really.
So Jib 2 turns out of them.
What next? Elemental break.
Now then. Come if you dare.
keep talking. I don't like how shadowy that
I will
blade
not
still
be
is, even
defeated.
though his stance broken, so...
Shooting comets, lead us on our way. Well then, here I go! Elfric, bringer of the flame.
Now the true lesson begins. Lux Conjurer. Lux Conjurer.
Victory shall be mine. Windhild fights with us.
Out of my way. Let's do this! Weak.
Got them down.
My turn. Peacock strut.
What is the logical course of action? Lux Conjurer. Lux Conjurer.
The battle is truly joined. How about this?
Have this.
Have at you. Come if you dare. The battle is truly joined. I play. Windhild fights with us.
Malefic stars, pierce our foes.
What is the logical course of action? Now the true lesson begins.
Figured out his wings, so let's do that.
Venta Sulta. Venta Sulta. Thus ends your lesson.
Okay. One more fight after this, then we can get set up for the boss. Oh boy. From the records of Lord Werner of Riverford, Hornburg will fall. I still remember her smile as she said the words. It was a score of years ago now, mayhap more. A simple sellsword I was then, when she came to me with a sack full of leaves and dark promises in her eyes. She knew as well as I did that I had far greater aspirations than selling my sword for coin. But coin would have to be a start. What a start she offered me. Not only the leaves to free me from another man's employ, but as much as I asked for to invest in my plot and establish the connections I would need. The life I'd always dreamed of was finally in my grasp. Anyways, well, luckily for you, I can read it for you, so you don't have to read. It's a win-win here. I could use her. I could use her to get all that I'd ever wanted, so I thought. So I took the girl up on her offer and began my plot to bring down an entire kingdom. I would need men if I were to accomplish anything, so I created my own sellsword company, the Black Brotherhood. I called them. I spent 3 years doing nothing but gathering information on Hornburg. Then, using what I had learned, I began to systematically remove any obstacles that might stand in my path. I used the girl's connections to make my company of sellswords very much in demand at Hornburg. I took the worst of the lot, those with no scruples and nowhere else to go, and made them out to be bandits and thieves. I set these villains to attacking the borders of Hornburg, and then my Black Brotherhood would turn them back. It was quite the performance. Other armies didn't stand a chance at beating us to the site of each battle. The skirmishes all took place far from the heart of Hornburg. We knew ahead of time exactly where they would happen, since the foes we faced in those battles were in fact our own men. It was an easy feat to give the appearance of a crushing defeat. Through this farce, the Black Brotherhood won the hearts of the people living on those borderlands. Ingraining myself with the families of these borderlands, I used their introductions to buy trust among many powerful houses of Hornburg. The tales of the Black Brotherhood had spread through the realm by then, and I used that woman's money freely to strengthen my ties to powerful men with Hornsburg and without. Still, King Alfred was well beloved by his people and his bannermen. It would be no small feat to win their hearts away from him, in which case things would become much easier. If he were simply not in the picture. Hornburg would not last long without the people's love for their liege binding them together, and so my eyes landed upon Erhard, who held a bitter hatred of the king within him. Had him appointed as a member of the king's own guard, so that he could be in the perfect position to do the deed. All that remained to be done was to give Erhard the chance that he was too eager to seize. Mixing lies and truths, I lit a fire among this strong young warrior I befriended. I could spout any lie and it would not have mattered. Humans care little for facts. They believe what they want to believe. In the end, it took me just 12 short years to bring Hornburg to ruin. After the kingdom fell, I decided the time had come to settle my accounts with that woman. I disbanded my company, having no more need for sellswords, and used the riches I had accumulated to buy myself the land and status that would see me through my remaining days. To tell the honest truth, this was not easy. I could have gained even more had I remained at the woman's side. She could provide me with wealth and power beyond any human's wildest dreams. But to pursue this any further would be madness. Perhaps I was already mad. To serve so long at her beck and call. To bring down a kingdom. She was beautiful, there was no doubt of that, but did I desire her even for a moment? No. For within that attractive trapping was evil, pure evil, intent on bringing humanity to ruin. If a man dared touch any part of it, his own flesh would rot and fall away. She was a lethal poison. She was a witch. So I cut myself off from her entirely and did not look back. Funny, though, it's not. In the end, I could not escape her. It brought about my ruin as soon as if I had indulged in her poisonous touch. For in the end, just as I felled Hornburg, it was Hornburg's last knight who laid me low. Jesus Christ, alright, this is the last one. Hey, it's the tiger!
I'll not be defeated. Malefic star, pierce our foes.
We got light and speed.
Lux Conjurer!
My turn. Peacock Strut.
Victory shall be mine. I shall pierce you through! Victory shall be mine! my way!
I'll do my best.
She has to defend.
No, you will
She has
not.
to go before Cyrus.
An interesting dilemma. Elemental break. What?
I see through your defenses.
Have at you! Come, if you dare!
My turn now. Here I go! Elfric, bringer of the flame!
Out of my way. Peacock strut.
Now then, High Blade Windhailed fights with us!
Don't mind me.
My
Just
focus.
thinking about
Lux
something.
Conjurer. Lux Conjurer.
Let your wounds be healed.
As long as I get 2 hits on this, you can break with Cyrus.
Death by 1,000 cuts!
Oh yeah, it's easy.
Elemental break. Elemental break.
Keep it up.
Well, if you're gonna give me the option.
How about this?
Oh, I didn't juice up Cyrus, though. I needed to do that. I mean, we'll still do a lot of damage here, but that's unfortunate.
Lux Conjurer. Lux Conjurer.
It's fine, it almost did the same amount of damage anyway. Crazy.
I'm ready. Are you? Weak.
Let your wounds be healed.
High Blade is Windhailed fights with us! The thrill of the fight!
It's the last one. Please don't be as long. Okay, it's not as long. Alright. From the Diary of Graham Crossford, Part the First. Grave tidings reached me as I was passing through Victor's Hollow in my travels. My beloved's condition has worsened. I knew my journey must be brought to a swift conclusion, lest I be too late in the end. I made up my mind to sail across the verdant deep. The final ingredient I required was the pinion of an ogre eagle. That most fearsome beast of the sky. They're said to make their home in the forest of Ruba, beyond that vast emerald sea. When I arrived at the harbor, there was only one ship to be found. It was a grand one, no mistaking that, but the captain was none other than Leon Bastral. I recognized him at once, of course. Who could travel these lands without hearing a tale or 10 of the dread pirate captain? The very mention of whose name would set even the bravest sailor's heart pounding and palms sweating. Yet I found the man himself to be quite different from the one spoken of in legend. Captain Leon Bastral stood at the helm of a merchant trader, which was preparing to hoist sail at the very moment I came upon it. I told him of my haste and implored that he let me aboard. I'm afraid I don't let just anyone aboard my ship, he told me, and I felt as though I were being put to some kind of test. It was clear this was a man who did not easily place his trust in others. My coin purse, as impoverished as my hopes, I held out the only thing of value I could offer, my journal. This is the most valuable of my possessions, I explained. Within it, you will find a record of every region of this vast continent, every town I have visited, every path I have tread. Surely such knowledge is worth the trouble of having one more body aboard your ship for this voyage. After all, what need had I of such a log, then? My journey was nearly over. All that remained was to obtain the final ingredient and hasten home to my beloved side. Captain Leon gave a boisterous laugh and gestured me onto the ship with a grin. You'd have me believe the leaves of that old book are more valuable than the leaves of my coffers. You must have had quite the journey. I wouldn't mind hearing about it as you swabbed my decks. As the ship tossed about the stormy sea, my thoughts drifted ahead of the winds where my wife awaited me. I could see her face in my mind so clearly that it felt as though it was only minutes ago that we parted, not countless moons. And I prayed that the flame would guide me back to her while that gentle smile still graced her lips. It's almost finished at last, my love. Pray, wait for me just a little longer. I know not what has become of my journal since I parted ways with Captain Leon, but looking back, I am relieved that it left my hands when it did. Surely it is better that my final entry ended with some traces of hope, rather than the bitter pain I would eventually find at journey's end. Alright, let's get everybody healed up, SP'd up. Okay, now we need to equip support skills. Yeah, I think that's fine, honestly. I think maybe instead of skill swapping, we grab equipment. Do I have an anti-silence neck piece first off? Alright, prevent silence, prevent sleep. I think getting enough HP back from this is easy. Go for some max HP there, and then protective necklace there. Okay, everyone's got over 3,500 HP. Ulbrich over 5,000, Ophelia almost 4,000, so hopefully okay. I don't know what breakpoints are for this. Oh wow, I was really close to starting that. Okay. Oh, another gate? No save points, which is a little frustrating. Form 2 parties? It's a nice prank, bro. Well, the second team is going to be so scuffed by comparison, like... Ugh. I think I maybe... Dude, I don't know. Do something like this. We got a bit of healing from Alphen, and I'll put Alphen on Cleric as well. Oh, I can actually swap Ophelia around while I'm in here. Look at that. Alright, let's get the B team out here and go ahead and get everybody suited up with, like, subclasses and stuff. Other jobs. Alright, Alphins can be cleric. What have I put Tressa on before? Dancer? But Therion's already Dancer, so... About 3,000 job points on her. Primrose is all set up as Dancer Thief. Hanet, I believe we've had in Warrior before, so we can put her back in that. Which leaves us Scholar. Tressa? I can dig that. Okay. Yeah, this doesn't look good, to be honest. Alright, Ophelia for Alphen, and Cyrus for Tressa. Alright.
You.
Quite the stubborn ones, aren't we?
Why, yes.
Where's Kit? That's the question on your lips, isn't it?
Kit.
Why, he's right there, standing before your eyes. Fall back dodge rolling? Yeah, I wish.
Just so.
The 13th god, Galdera the Fallen. He and Kit are one and the same.
The Gate of Finis.
The Gate of Finis was created to seal Galdera beyond the boundaries of this world. And the Crossford family, you see, comes from a long and ancient line that carries the stuff of the Dark God in their veins.
But in truth...
Many years ago, I led Graham, Kit's father, to this same place. I told him that by coming here, he could return his beloved to the land of the living. A lie, of course, but one he was all too willing to believe.
And then...
All was proceeding according to plan, but in the end, I underestimated the strength of the man's spirit.
Oh...
The ritual failed, and Graham escaped somewhere, though he hardly resembled himself anymore. This time, though, will be different. This time I will not fail. At long last, Galdera shall rise again, and all the world will know his fury. You too have an important role to play on this historic day. Your flesh, your blood, your very soul will feed the Dark God and give him strength.
Father.
Father, can you hear me? Father, your daughter calls for you.
Galdera.
Oh, Father.
My father.
Pray show mercy on these poor, wretched souls. I hear you, my daughter. Oh, Father. At last we are together. My daughter, for fulfilling your fate, I bestow upon you eternal slumber. Whoosh. Alright, time to fight God, I guess. It's how every JRPG ends. I didn't even see it coming in this one. Okay? We started off fighting bandits, went off and did all these quests and weird shit. We still somehow end up fighting God. Brave souls, you too have earned the same reward. So come, let us consume all life on this world. Let us consume the gods themselves. For now and eternity there is only us. There is only Galdera.
I don't think this one will listen to reason.
Oh boy.
I'll do my best.
Okay, so you have to deal with the Soul of Dread.
Malefic star, pierce our foes.
Okay, they're weak to light.
Can't end like this. On your feet now.
Okay,
Let
dude.
my arrow fly and true. Using this.
Lux Conjurer!
I do like the music though. Music's fire.
End like this.
What is the logical course of action? Lux Conjurer!
I'll do my best. Bring about a miracle of healing.
Jesus
I
Christ.
still have so
His
much
damage output is wild.
Using this.
I'll not be defeated. Bring about a miracle of healing. I'll not be defeated.
Okay. So we're basically doing this like 2v1,
Prepare yourself!
is what you're saying.
Elfric, bringer of the flame!
What is the logical course of action? Lux Conjurer! Lux Conjurer!
My turn now.
I gotta kill this fucking tumor on the side of it, but I can't.
Huh?
Alright, you
In
two,
Elfric's
get up.
name, be saved!
Lux Conjurer! Lux Conjurer! Lux Conjurer! Lux Conjurer!
Jesus Christ, dude. This thing's so tanky.
I'll not be defeated. Bring about a miracle of healing.
Letting my arrow fly and true.
Oh boy.
Watching my blade dancing.
I am ready.
She's so serious
The peacock struck.
when she speaks like that.
I am ready. Be gentle.
Oh, I can't debuff him either.
My
Okay,
turn
that's
now.
great.
Bring about a miracle of healing.
Hey, let Cyrus up here. We live those. We live those.
An interesting dilemma.
Sure.
Lux
need this thing to die.
Conjurer!
Okay, awesome. We got him. Oh, go fuck yourself,
I'm ready.
dude. Yay.
The mole dance.
What is the logical course of action? Lux Conjurer!
Oh, they're not weak to light. It's gonna be something else, huh?
I'll do my best. Bring about a miracle of healing.
If I could have a turn where it
Letting
could
my
do
arrow
literally
fly
anything
and
but
true.
heal, that would be great.
A torrent of arrows.
Okay, bow on the top one was.
What is the logical course of action?
Try wind.
Venta Solta!
Okay, for some reason that one's wind.
Letting my arrow fly and true. A torrent of arrows.
Okay. Poison now drains
I am ready.
BP2. Buh.
The peacock strut.
Refresh that. We really can't have Cyrus
do my best.
dying, so... yeah, I think we're just gonna,
Prepare yourself!
again, go all in on Cyrus.
Elfric, bringer of the flame!
I am ready. The peacock strut.
It's fucking stupid.
My
Negating all my buffs as soon as I put all of them up.
My turn now. Have this!
Probably should have had Hana
Letting
do
my
that,
arrow fly and true.
but whatever.
Coming. Watching my blade dancing.
Like this.
Using this.
Okay.
Here I go! Elfric,
It's probably a bad idea. Mostly because I don't have BP to use for Cyrus,
Now,
but...
what next? Venta Solta! Venta Solta!
Nothing died. Yep.
What's this?
Using this.
I still have so much to prove.
Okay, yep, there it goes. I don't want to do that again. Straight up. Like, I'm either gonna go grind levels on all my other units, or not do that, because that was awful. And no save point is atrocious design. So... I kind of want to keep just, like, Cyrus in the party and have him just run everybody through garbage, because he'll just one-shot everything. Let me just take him out to some level 45-ish area and let him one-tap everything for a bunch of XP. Oh, no, what's a good place for that? Go... I know up here was... Yeah, the fact that you spend the entire game... Like, they incentivize you to level your units, but they don't incentivize you to level your units past, like, level 45.
Standest thou against me? then be hunted.
It's my turn now.
You mean?
For you. Ah!
Letting my arrow fly and true.
What is the logical course of action? My Venta Solta! You should have studied harder.
I didn't put any equipment on them. None of the stuff was saved because no save point. Yeah, just running around with no equipment, no secondary jobs. Yeah, that's great. Alright, so we went Warrior. She already had Thief. I believe it's Scholar here. Let's get some equipment on him. I didn't even realize I could swap Apelia out after her Chapter 4. I thought she was stuck forever. But yeah, the game design is not intuitive for this, which feels really bad. I need to find some jewelry somewhere as well. I mean, not even theory. I'd literally probably just go find a shop. I have so much money. We just need to find something that has good jewelry real fast. So I probably want a handful of these night shields. At least 4 to put on my little nerds. So those are pretty good. How about that? Platinum Vest's also good for Haunted. Just good defense. But we need to find good jewelry as well. So that's obviously not here. Honestly... Confusion, poison... I'm sure there's plenty of other locations we can get stuff like that, but... have I put gear on everybody yet? No. Do that for now. So I think for the final fight, I want to find I want to find stuff that's like 45 or like sorry, like 500 HP rings or something, because I was getting hit for like 3,000 on a lot of those enemies. So
Standest thou against me? Then be hunted.
I am ready. The peacock strut.
Now, what next? Venta Solta! Not bad. A passing grade. Can't we settle this like gentlemen?
Here I go!
oh yeah, I didn't actually learn any skills on her.
For you!
Now, what next? Now the night risk to there! Not bad. A passing grade.
May I have this dance?
Come in, if thou darest.
What to do? For you!
Now the night risk to there! Not bad. A passing grade.
Oh, that's not a high enough level.
Step right up!
Now, what? Venta Solta! Thus ends your lesson.
Cyrus is going to get stronger doing this too. A little bit.
Open for business! What to do? For you!
What is the logical course of action? Now the night risk to there! You should have studied harder.
May I have this dance? I am ready. The peacock strut.
Cyrus just leveled up, so I don't need that share speed.
An interesting dilemma. The night risk to there! Not bad. a passing grade.
Hey, look, we still don't have Theory on here. These three
Now,
purple
let us
chests.
hunt him.
The night risk, the air. Thus ends your lesson.
Yeah, this final segment here. Now, is this truly meant to be an optional boss? Or is this supposed to... This is like the canon final boss ending type deal.
The night risk, the air.
Because if this is like...
Should have studied harder.
If this is the only, like, true final boss, this design is horrid, and I am upset. Because the rest of this game has been really great. There have been a couple of glaring design flaws, like no auto-advancing of text.
What to do?
That's really the big one that strikes me, but...
Hear the thunder roar!
Now,
I don't have any healing on this team.
the night risk, the air.
Just level up.
Thus ends your lesson.
But if this is the only end game boss, then yeah, it doesn't feel great.
Can't we settle this like gentlemen?
Come in, if thou darest.
You don't get all the soul journal stuff, that at least in there. What do you mean by refights? Do have healing. So look at that.
The night risk, the air.
I am ready. I'm counting on you.
Let's do
That's
this!
chapter 4 Wolf Boss. It's really hard. Okay.
For you!
An interesting dilemma. Lux Conjurer! Not bad. A passing grade.
Right, but I have to do those refights, don't I? Because like I walked up to the thing completely ignoring the 8 little bosses beforehand, and nothing happened when I ascended the steps.
Now, let us hunt him.
The night risk, the air. Thus ends your lesson.
Now, let us hunt him.
Now, what next? Lux Conjurer! Not bad. A passing grade.
Yeah, and having no way to skip those final 8 fights is really obnoxious when that final boss hits so hard.
I've done my research on you.
Oh, we got surprised. Yeah.
What's this now? Lux Conjurer! You should have studied harder.
I don't know what level I want to grind these guys to. Feels like maybe 60 is probably good, but I'm going to have to go out for a while to get these guys to 60. And I do have the XP boost on Haunted, I believe. From her brief stint in War Master. Yeah, we have extra XP on Haunted, so that's nice. I don't know if that applies to the whole team or not, but... Yeah, I had intended to finish Octopath Traveler tonight, but... Seeing that bullshit, I doubt that's happening.
Venta Solta! You should have studied harder.
I don't know if there's a better spot to be grinding XP like this either, so... I'm going to be coming back here with Alphen in the party, along with
May I have
the others when I come back here, and I'll have Therion,
Let my
so I
arrow
can
fly and true.
go from there.
What next? Ignis Arder! Not bad. A passing grade. Can't we settle this like gentlemen? Teneba Operir! You should have studied harder.
Letting us beginning.
Here I go! For you!
Now, what next? My Lux Conjurer! Thus ends your lesson.
Standest thou against me? Then be hunted.
Ignis Arder! You should have studied harder.
I wonder if Cyrus will be able to one-shot stuff in the level 58 woods.
Open for business!
An
Could try it, though.
interesting dilemma. The night risk, Temer! Not bad. A passing grade.
Open for business!
An interesting dilemma. Ignis Arder! Thus ends your lesson.
Standest thou against me? Then be hunted.
Now, what I think not.
I am ready. I'm counting on you.
Letting my arrow fly and true.
It's my turn now. For you.
Letting the hunt begin. I will cut him down.
Mine. The night risk command. You should have studied harder.
Well, that's good. It's going to be a long-ass time till I play Octo 2, though, unfortunately. I'm not saying I'm not going to play it because this stained the experience in some way,
Now,
but
letting us hunt him.
with Claire Obscure, I want to play that,
Let's do
and the fact that
this.
I've been doing this for the past, like, forever. On top of Night Rain coming out
you.
next week as well. Like, it's a tough sell.
Letting my arrow.
Now, what next? My Venta Solta! Thus ends your lesson.
I've actually been itching to play some more Fire Emblem again recently. I've been playing like Fates off stream
Now,
and
letting us hunt him.
some other stuff too. Playing some FE7
Here I go.
as well.
For you.
Now, what next? Now the Tenaba Opereer! You should have studied harder.
Alright, now I gotta remember where the level 58 woods are.
Huh?
Alright. Okay. I'm gonna swap out someone for Therion while we run around. And then it'll just be Cyrus and Therion, and then we'll swap in the other two to train whenever the other guys are leveled up. So, change party. They fill the same role, almost to the T. So we'll do that. Alright, level 57 woods were... I forget the name of. I feel like they were down here. They had a specific name, and I'm having trouble remembering it. That might have been it right here. Let's go see if it was the Forest of Purgation.
Step right up.
Peacock strut.
What next? Raining arrows up on them.
Ignis Arden! You should have studied harder.
I'll make this quick. Peacock strut.
interesting dilemma. Glacius Goddard. Thus ends your lesson.
I'll make this quick. Out of my way. Peacock strut.
Letting my arrow fly and true.
An interesting dilemma. Teneba Operia. You should have studied harder.
It's level 58 area. Cool.
I've done my research on you. An interesting dilemma. The Night Risk Canary.
Okay.
Not bad.
Those were all weak
A
to the same
puzzle.
element, but that's still a one-shot, which is more XP up here, which is great. Bunch of dead animals up here. Kind of brutal, not gonna lie.
Step right up!
What is the logical course of action? Venta Solta! You should have studied harder.
What amulet? Could have been Tempest Amulet. I think it was. So it's wind damage reduction.
Ready or not, here I come!
Now, what next? Teneba Operia! Thus ends your lesson.
Open for business!
My turn. No, you don't.
Teneba Operia! Thus ends your lesson.
Yeah, I should have XP share theory on there. I didn't think about that.
Can't we settle this like gentlemen?
Letting my arrow fly and...
What is the logical course of action? The Night Risk Canary! You should have studied harder. Can't we settle this like gentlemen? Nothing will quiet the storm. What's this?
Keep it up.
What next? I will cut him down.
Here I go! Hear the thunder roar!
Hell yeah.
You got more than you bargained for.
interesting dilemma. Ignis Arder!
I appreciate it, really.
What next? The hunt endeth. Standest thou against me? Then be hunted.
What to do? For you!
Ignis Arder!
What next?
All lightning, smite them down! Thus ends your lesson.
Step right up!
An interesting... Ignis Arder!
What next?
Peacock strut.
Here I go! For you! What to do?
My turn. Keep it up.
An interesting dilemma. The night risk command!
Things aren't quite getting one shot anymore. It's a little upsetting.
You should have studied harder.
Especially when the resistances are spread out. Like, these two are lightning, this one's fire.
Letten us beginnen.
Big boy.
Out of my way. Peacock strut.
These guys don't have any vulnerability to magic. Challenge accepted.
Teneba Oparir!
What to do? For you!
Come in, if thou darest.
What is the logical course of action? Ah! The night risk command! You should have studied harder.
Step right up!
What is the logical course of action? Ah! The night risk command!
Peacock strut.
What next? I will cut him down. Thou didst fight with courage.
I'll make this quick.
An interesting dilemma. Venta Sultan! Thus ends your lesson.
Truly the most exhilarating part of playing a JRPG. Grinding out levels for your team at the end game because the story throws you a surprise curveball and you have to play everybody.
The night risk command! You should have studied harder.
I'll make this quick.
Letting my arrow fly and true.
Over here.
Now, what next? Venta Sultan! Thus ends your lesson.
I don't know why I'm trying to see you.
I've done my research on you. What is the logical course of action? Ah, the night risk command! You should have studied harder.
Alright, I mean, Hanetsu level 51. We're kinda getting there. Kinda.
Letting us beginning.
It's my turn now! For you!
Peacock strut.
Now the true lesson begins. Venta Solta. Thus ends your lesson. I've done my research on you. Now, what next? Tenova Operia!
An ode to the night. Where's the nearest tavern?
Step right up.
Now, what next? Ignis Arden!
My turn. Keep it up.
It's my turn now.
Letting the hunt begin. Watching my blade dancing. I honor thee, my quarry.
Starting to get a little tired of the grinding. I'm not gonna lie. In case you can't tell.
Can't we settle this like gentlemen?
Let's do this. For you.
Letting my arrow fly.
What is the logical course of action? Now the Venta Solta! Not bad. A passing grade.
Now, letting us hunting.
Peacock strut.
An interesting dilemma. Venta Solta! You should have studied harder.
Standest thou against me? Then be hunted.
Out of my way. Peacock strut.
What next? I will cut him down.
What is the logical course of action? A great inferno to scorch the land. Thus ends your lesson. Time to teach you a lesson.
What next? I will cut him down.
Venta Solta! You should have studied harder.
It's level 69. Nice.
I've done my research on you.
Come in, if thou darest. I will cut him down.
Now, what next? Venta Solta! You should have studied harder.
Come on, I've got better things to do.
An interesting dilemma. Ignis are dead. Thus ends your lesson.
Should have enough job points by now to get the rest of people's skills.
I'll make this quick.
The night risk command. You should have studied harder.
Ready or not, here I come!
Now, what next? Venta Solta! Thus ends your lesson.
Tress is level 50. I'm gonna keep leveling them, I think, until about 55. 55 is probably a fine cutoff point, because they'll both have a good amount of HP.
Now, let us
They'll be
hunt
able
him.
to survive a couple of hits without constant healing attention. My
Peacock strut.
bigger concern is the team that Alfin is the healer on.
An
My concern is he's not going to be
dilemma.
able to keep up.
Ignis are dead. Not bad. a passing grade.
This is the beginning of your end.
An interesting dilemma. Ignis Arden!
My turn. Keep it up.
Sorcerer, letting the hunt beginneth. Watching my blade dancing. The hunt endeth.
Took a shorter amount of time to grind up to this level than I thought it would. Being able to come out here and one-shot shit in the woods definitely helped.
My turn. Peacock strut.
An interesting dilemma. Venta Solta! Thus ends your lesson.
Open for business.
Venta Solta! You should have studied harder. Time to teach you a lesson.
Letting my arrow fly and true. I will cut thee down.
Here I go! The winds of fortune are howling.
Venta Solta!
Keep it up. Peacock strut.
What is the logical course of action? Venta Solta! Not bad. A passing grade.
Standest thou against me? Then be hunted.
Now, what next? Elemental break!
Peacock strut.
It's my turn now. For you.
Let in the hunt.
Here I go. For you.
Peacock strut.
An interesting dilemma.
My
Boat Venta Sultan! You should have studied harder.
Come on, I've got better things to do.
What is the logical course of action? The night risk command. Thus ends your lesson.
Open for business.
An interesting dilemma. Venta Sultan! Thus ends your lesson.
55. Looking a bit better. Her SP leaves a lot to be desired, but we should hopefully have some rings to fix that at some point. We'll keep Hot into the party until we get Tressa to 55, and then we'll just swap them both out for Alphen and Primrose.
Time to teach you a lesson.
Peacock strut. Over here.
Now, what next? Venta Sultan! You should have studied harder.
Step right up.
An interesting dilemma. Venta Sultan! You should have studied harder.
Level 70 Cyrus. Still has less than 3,000 health. To be fair, I did take all of his HP boosting stuff off.
Step right up.
An interesting dilemma. Ignis Arden! You should have studied harder.
Lessen the hunt beginning. I will cut him down.
Peacock strut. Now, what next? Venta Salta. Thus ends your lesson.
Come on, I've got better things to do. Mind you.
I hear you there, Jan.
Peacock strut. Now, what next? The night risk command. Not bad. A passing grade.
Come on, I've got better things to do.
An interesting dilemma. The night risk command.
Translucent.
What's
I'm
this?
getting tired.
Peacock strut.
Letting my arrow fly and true.
What to do? Hear the thunder roar!
The night risk command. Not bad. A passing grade.
Okay. Dress is almost 55. I'm gonna swap out Elf and...
Time
The
to
other one
teach
from
you a
us.
lesson. An interesting done. Ignis Arden. What's this?
Letting the hunt beginning. Coming.
My turn.
Keep it up.
What to do? How is that?
Would like to be done with this batch of trainees by the time we finish for tonight.
Come on, I've got better things to do.
Just a few minutes.
Ignis Arden.
What next?
What to do?
And that's that. This is the beginning of your end.
What is the logical course of action? The night risk command. Thus ends your lesson.
Okay, don't just go that way. Let's say this way.
I'll make this quick.
It's my turn now! For you!
What is the logical course of action? My Venta
Dump on these
Sulfur.
nerds. It sounds like a logical course of action to
Not
me.
bad. A passing grade.
Come on, I've got better
Okay.
things to do.
What next?
What to do? To ashes with you!
What is the logical course of action? Ignis Arden. Not bad. A passing grade.
Yeah, that was a lot of XP.
I've done my research on you. An interesting dilemma. The night risk, the air. You should have studied harder.
This is the beginning of your end.
The Gato.
Ignis Arden.
Hell yeah.
You should have studied harder.
Nice. Alright, so that's Hunted and Tressa. Cool. Let's head back to Whisper Mill. Just swap out those two for the others. And we're gonna have to do it all over again. Possible protective bracelets. Oh, nice. Haunted ended on 4444 HP. It's pretty neat. Change party. Primrose. And Elfin. Come back to this cave and loot those purple chests now that we've got Therion around.
Come on, I've got better things to do.
All right.
Peacock strut. Over here.
Venta Sultan. Not bad. A passing grade.
Articulate stone prevents silence. We'll probably want to use that
Want to tangle, huh?
on some
I am
units.
The peacock strut.
What's the big idea? Here we go. The miracle of health.
Now, what next? The night risk command. You should have studied harder. I've done my research on you.
All right.
I am ready. The peacock strut.
What is the logical course of action? The night risk command. Thus ends your lesson.
May I have this dance?
Now, what next? The night risk command. Not bad. A passing grade.
Want to tangle, huh?
I am ready. The peacock strut.
I expected the cat to have fled already.
Peacock strut.
Ignis are dead. Thus ends your lesson.
May I have this dance?
Out of my way. Moonlight waltz. Over here.
Not what I meant to do.
Now, what next? Ignis are dead.
Still doable.
Not bad. A passing grade.
I don't think there's any other purple chests in here. Pretty sure I found everything. Oh no, just kidding.
I've done my research on you.
Out of my way. Peacock strut.
I am ready.
An interesting dilemma. The night risk connect. You should have studied harder.
Alright, I'm gonna get back to the Wolf Woods and call it for the night, I think. So get out of here. Sturdy sapphire rod.
Let's see what you got.
I am ready.
The peacock strut.
Here goes nothing. The miracle of health.
An interesting dilemma. The night risk connect. Thus ends your lesson.
Come on, I've got better things to do. Peacock strut.
What is the logical course of action? Lux Conjurer! You should have studied harder.
Route. Need those.
This is the beginning of your end.
An interesting dilemma. darkness are dead.
Peacock strut.
I am ready. I'm counting on you.
All right. The miracle of health.
Over here!
Here goes nothing.
What is the logical course of action? Teneba Oparir. You should have studied harder. Time to teach you a lesson.
Peacock strut.
What's this?
What is the logical course of action? The night risk command. Not bad. A passing grade. Time to teach you a lesson. What is the logical course of action? Teneba Oparir. Thus ends your lesson.
May I have this dance?
Peacock strut.
What is the logical course of action? The night risk command. Not bad. A passing grade.
May I have this dance?
An interesting dilemma. The night risk command. Thus ends your lesson. I've done my research on you.
All right. Yeah. Pick your poison.
I am ready.
The peacock strut.
An interesting dilemma. Teneba Oparir. Thus ends your lesson.
Want to tangle, huh?
Ignis Arden!
I am ready. I'm counting on you.
Keep it up. Here goes nothing. Is that better?
I am ready.
The peacock strut.
Out of my way. No, you don't.
An interesting dilemma. Teneba Operir!
Here goes nothing. That'll do her.
What's yours is mine.
An interesting dilemma. The night risk Temer! Thus ends your lesson.
Alright, that's it for tonight. Not the ending I was hoping for today, but we'll get to play more Octopath, so that's something. But yeah, that's it for tonight. Appreciate you guys joining. Hope you enjoyed. We'll pick this up again next time I'm free, and we will hopefully finish the game. Got a little bit more grinding to do. I might do that off stream just to get Primrose and Alpha up to the right level so we can actually play the game. Never a sentence I want to say, but game design aside, I'm going to finish the game because I started it. That's it. Until next time, as always, take care of yourselves, stay beautiful, and don't do anything I wouldn't do. It's a short list. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. We'll see you guys next time. Until then, bye-bye.